Hey everyone, it's Tobes, and welcome to your second monitor. Today is the last midweek magic before the Avatar set drops on Arena. So I recommend, if you don't already have a plan to go to the pre-release, that you look up your local game store on the Wizard store locator and find a good place to play it. Totally worth playing. It seems like it's going to be a really fun set, and every time you play a pre-release, you have a good time. So without any further ado, let's get into the actual midweek magic. This week we have a Phantom bot draft. It's just a bot draft, which is the same as a quick draft, of through the Omenpaths, the arena only, or digital only, I should say, Spider-Man set. So sort of a last hurrah for Spider-Man, or through the Omenpaths, set 1. But we're going to have another set next year with the Marvel Superheroes set release, so that should be fun too. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what we're drafting. Ooh, we got a Lenny. Lenny is Silk Webweaver in the Spider-Man set. I have a commander deck on my channel that you can find in the video's description, linked there, of Silk Webweaver and Spider-Man India as partner commanders, as a Rule 0 deck. But of course, you can just run either one, and it's built to work with either one. And that seems like a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the Enweb or web slinging kind of archetype. That seems like a good time. Of course, Generous Betty Ray is nice too. This is, yeah, Villains typal. Yeah, not really into power. Let's do this. It seems fun. I mean, it seems crazy. Oh, it's a pick 2 draft, of course. What am I doing? So we can get Generous Betty Ray as well. Ooh, because Betty Ray cares about modified creatures. And since we can modify our creatures with a lot of the counters that some of our other white and green cards can put on each other, that seems good. Let's do that. I forgot that we're doing pick 2 with this. Hey, another Betty Ray. We might do another Betty Ray. Let's see what else we got. Lurking Lizards is a Powers Matter card. This puts a counter on something, and it's a fight spell for 3. A little expensive, but removal is always good. Let's do it. All right. Oh, Kumanosu. This is Spider, piloted by Penny, which I have another commander deck for. Very nice. This is Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary, and that is great for our archetype. Nothing else here is really exciting to me. If we're going to push into green and white, we can do Leyline Weaver. You know, it's a bear with reach. Maybe power matters for us eventually. Sure does for that. Or we could take the Vibrant Cityscape, which of course is just Evolving Wilds. Let's take the Leyline Weaver. Get ourselves a few more spiders. All right, we've got the guy in the chair, the eccentric arachnologist. And Principled Referee is pretty good too. Yeah, modifies our creatures. Let's get something small back. Why not? All right. I don't love it. This Fine Woven Chariot lets us maybe Lay of the Land as a bonus. That seems fine to go with this Lively Leap, because that's a nice little bonus for us. Another Principled Referee, and then we'll take this Data Scrubber since it's colorless. And then, of course, these two we don't care about. All right. Ooh, Louise Pampas Pillager. This is very cool. This is Morlun, Devourer of Spiders, I believe. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Sarn. Ooh, I really like Sarn. This is Spider-Man UK, and it can give us card draw. I'm sort of recreating a deck that I built for a different midweek magic, but that's not terrible. We also take Supportive Parents, which helps us tap our creatures, which we can use with Enweb. We will take another one of those. That would be delightful. And then I don't think Darval, which is just regular Spider-Man with a little cheap Enweb, is very exciting, but it may be better than Grow Extra Arms. Although this is a nice little trick. I'm not that excited about tricks. I just don't want to take a third Betty Ray or a second Darval. Darval may be worth taking, actually. Let's do it. Little consistency can't hurt us. Mothwing Shroud is Vanishing Light. We like that. Favored Fighter. That seems okay. Is there anything better here? Yes, Opulent Valet is better, because it gives us 2 creatures on 1 card, and one of them flies, so we can get it tapped very easily, so we can Enweb with it. This is also a nice card for our archetype because it leaves the battlefield when we do our web slinging, and thereby puts counters on our other things. And of course, Basil can get our stuff tapped and also tap our opponent's stuff if we need to, or untap our stuff if we want. Yeah, we're going to do them. All right, we've got another crime scene instructor and another Darvel. We've only got one Darvel, I guess, so far. This is removal. Maybe that's worth taking removal for a flyer. I just don't think we're going to run it. I'd rather go fast. Okay, well, we've got 2 colorless cards. We may not use either of them. And of course, these are going to go to the sideboard. Okay, Gloria the Great Armorer. This is Aranya, I believe, which is a pretty cool card. Let's see what else we've got. Horus, Last of the Web Lords. It's not that exciting, but maybe we go with it. Let's leave 1,000 Moons, gives something flying. That's not really exciting. Of course, neither are these cats. I don't really care about the Eerie Gravestone. I don't think we want to splash red at this point for Gloria, although Gloria is good. Whenever we attack, we'll take Gloria. Pretend we can use them. Oh, Rouse the Swarm. What is this? When it enters, make a spider, then get a life for each spider. And spiders get +1/+1. It can't be blocked by creatures with Defender. That, I mean, it's kind of a maybe. It's a 4-mana 2/1, and it gains us life. But it's actually a 4-mana 3/2, I guess. And it pumps up all of our other spiders. How many other spiders are we running? 8 so far? We may run all of them. Let's do that. And then we don't really care about this vehicle. Do we already have 2 principal referees? We do. Crime scene instructors, we have 2 of those as well. We have this arachnologist, and I think we only have 1. Let's get another one. It's not a spider, though, but none of these are. Just a little bit of consistency for us here. This is not a terrific hand, or a terrific pack. Let's see. Ooh, Infernal Grasp. Wow. Let's say the instructor, and I guess we scour the city. I'm just not into Perfected Pastry that much. Although, it puts a counter on something. We may not run it, but we'll take it. And then we've got another Opulent Valet, rather. And this is just a Manolith, basically, that comes with a food. I mean, we're probably not going to run a 3rd or a 4th Crime Scene Instructor, but we might. We'll go ahead and get this out of the way. We've got 2 cards in our colors, so we'll take them. Don't really care about these cats, but again, we've got 2 cards that we're probably not running, but they're in our colors, and then these are the last of them. Okay, let's build a deck. As soon as it lets us. We are looking at 53 cards presently, which we may run Gloria, but let's cut her for now. I'm not that excited about running so many crime scene instructors. We'll run 1 for the moment. We'll cut this pastry. Are we missing any that I didn't want to run in here? Rouse the Swarm is kind of a maybe. Etzli seems expensive. Gives a creature flying, but that helps us tap it. That's a maybe too. All right. I don't care about these cats, or really this chariot. What are we looking at for creatures? We got 23 creatures presently and 5 non-creatures. So we can do a little better than that. Let's take a look at our creatures. So what are we running down here first? This is, I mean, not really a removal spell, but it could be. And it's only 1 mana, it's okay. This is removal. This is an Anthem. This should be removal. Carriage of Dreams we don't care about. So do we have any other non-creatures up here that we'd like to run? I don't think so. I mean, maybe Perfected Pastry if we can find a space for it. But for now, let's take a look at the creatures we want to cut. And we want to cut 4 of them, which gives us 19 creatures, and that's great. Show me Aranya again. When we attack, it modifies us, and it gives us card draw. That's pretty good. Splashing for Aranya is not terrible to me. So we have Leyline Weaver for that, so we'll keep Leyline Weaver. We don't need to run so many Darvals. We've got 2 supportive parents. I think this Arachnologist is fine to cut one of. Oh, we don't care about either of these data scrubbers. Great. And the rest of this looks good. Let's cut one of these referees. And I think that this is our deck. How do we look here? Very creature heavy. But I bet we can make something good happen with this. And nice that we have Gloria just in case we're able to get Mountain or Leyline Weaver out. All right, let's give it a try. All right, going into game one, we are up against Tenterin. Hello, Tenterin. Okay, not the best opener, especially since we've got a mountain instead of a forest. We're going to mulligan this. Oh, another mountain. Again, not great. But we're going to keep it because I don't want to just lose out on too much of this. I think we'll bottom Horus and hope for the best. Okay, we've got an Opulent Valet, so we can at least play something on turn 3. Still kind of hurting us in terms of our mana, but we can also play our referee now. Wow, both mountains. I'm impressed. Alright, so we've got a 1-1 on the ground and a 1-1 in the air. When the referee comes in, we can make them both 2/2s if we want. I think that's probably worth it. Or we could rouse the swarm. That would be alright as well. Bump up all of our spiders. Romantic Rendezvous, so they can discard and draw. They discarded Deathflame Burst, which they can mayhem onto our Opulent Valet. Seems good for them. We have another Opulent Valet, however. Let's play this mountain and Principled Referee and put a counter on both itself and the token. And so we can actually get a little damage in. We can't rouse the swarm yet, but we can Eatsley. But we might just Opulent Valet a second time. Horus. Oh, this is bad. Spider-Man 2099. Let's do this. We'll play a Plains, we'll play Eatsley, and we will use Eatsley to make our referee fly in so we can do a little more damage. Pass the turn. We can kill Uharis if they attack with it. Now we can't because Eatsley is a 1/1. And we don't really have a way to stop Eatsley from being a 1/1. So I think we just trade. Or block, rather. Chump. Finally, we have green. We can rouse the swarm. That seems fun. Will it help us? Maybe not. Gains us 1 life, though. Alright, and we will pass. A 2/3 double strike. Vigilance. It's just doing a lot of work for them. Restless Razorkin. When they cast something made of value 4, they can get some Impulse Draw. That's fine. They don't want to attack into our Principled Referee. That is reasonable. Let's look at this. Sure, we're going to Opulent Valet. And we're going to play Betty Ray. We'll put the counter on the flyer. I think that's good. Now we've got plenty of modified creatures, so we can do something with our lifelink if we want to. This is... Oh, this is Vulture. This is very bad for us if they have some more villains. These are not... Oh, these are villains. It only works when it attacks, but... Well, that didn't help us very much. Yeah. I think we just pass and see what they'll do. Another Restless Razorkin, which is only a 3-drop, so it doesn't trigger the other one. Got a lot of villains going on here. Kills one of our spiders, or our only spider, I should say. We have a Lively Leap, which we can play, but we won't yet, because there's nothing for us to do to protect ourselves at this moment. Belly on the Parched. Oh, this is Hydroman? Whatever that's called. Villains get flying, but they didn't attack with their villains. Yeah, just pass the turn. Okay, we've got some supportive parents, which seems maybe helpful. And we're gonna attack. We're gonna try and make them make some interesting blocks. Because otherwise they're just gonna get us with a lot of dangerous things. We'll do it here. The obvious choice for the referee, but they don't know we're gonna lively leap it. Oh, we're gonna lively leap something else, it looks like. Let's see how else they will block. They've got some open mana. We can lose Betty Ray. It's probably okay. I think we take out Uharis here. Let's see if we're able to. If they have to waste a spell on removing our token that was going to die to Uharis anyway. Oh good, they don't. So we lose Betty Ray, but we get rid of their Uharis, and that's something. We're not in a great position with them having Vulture, Riche. Watcher on the road. What in the world is this? Oh, this is Mysterio. That's not good for us. Well, Restless Razorkin is going to find them a couple of cool things. This is one of the Doc Ocks. Look at this. All these gross monsters. If we could kill Watcher on the road, that'd be good. But, I don't think that's going to happen unless we draw one of our very few removal spells. Yep. Just Principal Referee becomes a 2/2 defender. That's not great for us. And we're going to take 10. This is a good deck. Is it villains? I like it. Let's see if there's anything we can do to stop these things. Nope, nothing we could do. We're going to give them a good game, and we're going to get out of here. Good game, Tinterin. Okay. Well, we know that Enweb is not the strongest archetype, but we're going to try it again. Maybe it'll work this time. Against Pater Wino. This is game 2. We are not keeping this. Ugh. Yeah, we'll keep this. I don't love it, but I'm going to put Gloria on the bottom. Well, yeah, we'll put Gloria... we'll put Perilous Lunge on the bottom. I chose Perilous Lunge because if we draw green, yes, we get Perilous Lunge, but it relies on us having a creature. Play our 2/2. And if we draw a mountain, then we've got a creature. So even though it's more likely for us to draw a green source, Gloria will be more impactful on the board. Okay. So let's see if they're willing to trade. I don't imagine that they are. Nope. So we're going to Darval them. And replay the Crime Scene Instructor. Need a little green to use Eleni. And I hope we can because it goes nuts. Let's see. Knife Trick to kill our Spider-Man. That's fine. Oh ho. Alright, now let's see if they're willing to trade. Nope. We're going to Enweb Eleni out. We can't replay the Crime Scene Instructor, but now we have a 3/5. And if we draw a land, and of course Eleni is not removed, which it looks like she might be, or they might be, getting us a land will let us play both of these. Ooh, Sarn. Good choice. They will not play anything else. And we got a land. Great. Here's a Crime Scene Instructor. Trigger Lenny, get a token. Here's an Opulent Valet. Trigger Lenny, get a token. Pretty good. We're not going to attack because it would cost us a Lenny and they would be able to keep Sarn. Surveil 2, draw 2, lose 2. Seems good. Surveil a land to the graveyard. Too bad Gloria doesn't have some kind of non-red Enweb cost. Costume Closet lets them put counters on their things. That's pretty good. Sarn cares about two or more creatures entering the battlefield. Play Betty Ray, get ourselves another token. And we'll put a counter on the Valet and attack with the Valet just to get a little damage in the air. Another Clandestine Work, okay. Surveil a Pastry to the graveyard. Okay, we're putting another counter on Sarn. Sounds good. The Closet gets counters as well. Okay. Ooh, Horus. Horus is something we can sure play, but I think I might rather do a big swing. Let's give the Opulent Valet lifelink. This all seems pretty good. We don't lose anything. And we win. Good game, Paterwino. Sometimes going wide is just all you need. But that was an Eleni win, of course. If we hadn't drawn that, well, who knows how it would have gone. But we did, and that's fine. We get a little prize, and it is a mythic. It's Collector's Cage from the Big Score. That's a fun one. Cares about sort of Coven. I like that. All right, let's keep going. Into game 3, we are up against XX Mike XX. Hi, Mike. I like Menon. It's a cool character. We can do this. Can't play either of these yet, but we can sure get these ones out. That seems exciting. We'll start with a forest. City Pigeon. Looks like our opponent's doing something similar to us. We're going to play this Weaver. At least having a 2/2 Reacher means that they're not going to attack with their Pigeon, probably. Oh yeah, they're doing what we're doing. Gallant Citizen and the Pigeon are both great for their deck. We will play this Tunnelweb Explorer, which is Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. Get ourselves an additional, let's say, white source. And we'll pass. Lively Leap does not untap, but that's okay. It just means they can't attack with their citizen. They will attack with the Pigeon, presumably. Yep. Seems good. Ooh, they've got Spider-Man India. That's cool. This cares about them casting creature spells and giving their other creatures +1/+1 flying until end of turn. So we're going to play this Leyline Weaver and see if they're willing to trade their Spider-Man India, Alessos and Praz. I don't think that they are. Nope, taking 5. That's all right. Lurking Lizards makes their Gallant Citizen a flyer? No, Alessos and Praz. Yeah. Lurking Lizards is a 1/3 trample. When they cast something mana value 4, they get a counter on it. And they get a Pigeon back. Alright, pumping up their... Oh, they didn't use it. Okay. Well, here's Gloria. And I think we surprise our opponent. We attack with a modified creature. And we put counters on our attackers as well. And we have lively leap in the background. See what they're willing to do. That's pretty good. Kill Alessos and Praz. We also lose Zon, but that's okay. We get to do some impulse draw. Can't play it this turn, but that's alright. Mothwing Shroud to get rid of Gloria is the right choice. Yep, seems good. Alright, no combat. Play this referee. Leyline Weaver gives us a little extra in terms of our mana. And I think Betty Ray can target herself. So we'll attack with her. Give her lifelink. Good. Seems great. Wonderweave Aerialist. I don't remember what this is in the Spider-Man set. Maybe a Spider-Woman? Not sure. Gain 3 from their food. Delicious. Alright. I think we go for it. Because if we do it this way, they're likely to want to trade with us, which means they're gonna lose a couple of things, at least one thing. Maybe we lose something better, but our creatures are stronger. Okay, that's fine. Lose our Leyline Weaver. It's okay with me. Still do 6 damage to him and gain life, and we'll pass. Costume Closet, great. So they can pump up their things. Is this at no, this is just sorcery speed. And now they're gonna Enweb to the City Pigeon, I assume. Yep, they've got a well, no, they just played Darvel. Okay. Could have Enwebbed the City Pigeon and replayed the City Pigeon and gotten another food. Oh well. Well, we're not attacking into this. So we will just pass the turn. Ooh, they have Spider Dino. Now it's a 7/7. Don't love it. Supportive Parents. Also not helpful to us right now. But we'll play this mountain and just pass. Luckily, we have some buffer while we try to find some non-lands that we can use. Yeah. Rouse the Swarm is not great for us right now, but can't hurt to play it. Lets us block their pigeon at least. They surveil. To the top. They've got Diligent Web Keepers. All of their creatures get a counter. That is not great for us. But we will trade our little spider for that pigeon. Looks like they've got removal. We don't really have to fight over life right now, though. Okay. Well, we've got a crime scene instructor. We're just gonna pass the turn. All right, they've got their own Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary to do a rampant growth for them. Lurking Lizards gets a little bigger. They've got quite a bit of power on the board. Scour the city to gain 3 life and draw a card, which will be a Lessos and Pros. Pretty good. Alright, well, we have an Opulent Valet. How do you feel about that? It's not great, and we're not able to do anything with it. Just hang out. Lessos and Pros comes out. Another counter on the Lurking Lizards. They have another creature to play? Nope. So they can't trigger Lessos and Pros and fly over us quite yet. Alright, we've got a Perilous Lunge, which is pretty good. What can we use it on, though? Nothing much. I suppose we can at least get rid of a Lessos and Pros. And we'll pass. Another Gallant Citizen, they get to draw. Another Diligent Web Keepers, wow. Their Lurking Lizards are an 8/10. This is a pretty scary board, honestly. NGL. We're gonna block this thing. Oh no, they both have trample. Well, we'll take 17, I guess. But we will eat this pigeon. They can have their food. Get to put a counter on something. I think we may have lost this one. Doesn't seem good for us. Well, we've got an Eleni of our own, but a little late. There's no way we can do both, is there? 3... yeah, we can. And I suppose... nope, let's do this. Let's just do it this way. We'll go to combat. They don't have any reachers, so we'll Opulent Valet. Then we will Enweb this, the Opulent Valet back, and we have just enough, or not, we have one more than we actually need to pump up our team with a Lenny, which doesn't necessarily mean we can win, but maybe we can survive another turn, and that seems okay. Depends on what they've got in their hand. Okay. That's fine. All right, here's what we're doing. We're gonna block like this, I guess. And take these back. Block here, I suppose. And here. Yeah, that seems good. Let's see if they've got some tricks. Because we do. We're going to lose most of our creatures, but they will lose both of their big things, assuming no tricks on their part. I don't think we take any damage. Nope, doesn't look like. And we have a few triggers, I believe. Yep, let's put it on Eleni. And we kept Betty Ray. Pretty good. Now let's see if they've got a trick post-combat. If we draw another land, however, we can attack with all 3 of these double pumped. Got another land. Let's do it. This may not be the smartest play, but we do gain a bunch of life thanks to Generous Betty Ray from this. We'll gain 9. They can definitely make good blocks, but it's going to cost them something, even if it costs us some things too. That's fine. That's a 2-for-1 on our part. That's another 2-for-1. Yeah. That seems good. They have a trick. No tricks. We just do 7 damage to them and gain 9. We lose 2 of our creatures, but they lose all but 1 of theirs. They've got some counters, but we're back at 24 life, so we're not that worried. And we can Opulent Valet, at least we can Opulent Valet next turn. Have 2 creatures besides Betty Ray. They've got another creature in hand, it looks like. Yeah. This is Spider Ham, rather. That's a cool card. Maybe they attack with Darvel? Nope. Here's an Opulent Valet. And we're gonna play Basil. I guess I could have flashed this in after I attacked with Betty Ray. They can surveil, sure. I mean, they're not at 4. They have food. But we're going to gain life from this. So it's like we have food too, kind of. We've got them to 4. They can attack, and I won't mind that. Mothwing Shroud on Betty Ray, I assume? On Opulent Valet, interesting. Yeah, makes sense. That would be guaranteed damage. Put a counter on Spider Ham. And pass. Good call. Well, we've got this guy in the chair, which is not my favorite card, but it is a card. And we can just pass. Interested to see how this goes. Getting a little selection. They like what they see, I guess. Or maybe they... Oh, they've got their own Betty Ray. Very nice. Yep. Darvel becomes bigger. Darvel becomes very big. All right. We don't have any spiders, right? No. Well, we pass. They've got 8 cards left in their library. Lurking Lizards is pretty good for them, yeah. We may not be able to get out of this. Ooh, that's great. Send in Betty. We're going to kill her, but the damage is done. They steal 9 of our life. We've got another valet, however. It's pretty nice, I suppose. And we'll pass. Sure could use something good. Come on, they've got to draw a land or something at some point. Their pigeon gets pumped up by Spider Ham. That's pretty good. We're gonna not take this damage from Darvel. Supportive Parents isn't really helping us either. All right, they get to Rampant Growth. Maybe they will. They do. If we can last a few more turns, maybe we survive and they just mill themselves out. That'd be okay with me. They make their lizards a little bigger. It has trample. That's not ideal for us. We will block here with this arachnologist. Just don't want us to get too close to 0. We've got a lot of land. We're gonna pass. What are we looking at? Is this 12 of our land in play? None in the graveyard? That's a lot. We're gonna lose Basil here, I think. Do they attack with... Okay, Zon, that's fine. And Lurking Lizards is not fine. So, what do we do? Lurking Lizards is just going to get bigger. So as much as I hate to say it, I think we take 14. That's crazy. What am I talking about? Let's just block here and take 9. That's not ideal, but at least we're not taking 18. Just knock the top of our deck and hope something good comes. Eatsley is not that good. But it's a flyer. It's a blocker. We can at least use it in those ways. Yeah, we'll give this flying for a moment, but we're not using it. We'll pass. I don't think we're going to get a milled out, unfortunately. We're going to do this and take 5. Unless they've got a trick. No tricks. We keep our supportive parents. That's okay with me. We are dead in the air to a city pigeon, unfortunately. Unless we get something else that can fly. Nope. Good game. Double X Mike, double X. It was close. That was fun. All right. Let's get into game 4. We are up against Rolex. We have nothing until turn 3, but that's all right with me. Because we can get out an opulent valet and some supportive parents, get ourselves into something better. Actually, Sarn, if we get Sarn into play and then play the opulent valet, it will trigger Sarn. Because 2 creatures entered. I like that. So we want to try and get our parents out first if we can. Alright, we've got a crime scene instructor. Oh, no plays. Seems good for us. Let's attack with crime scene instructor. And let's get Zon into play. Oh, we got Basil. Alright, are we going to trade? This doesn't really help. Unless they're going to trade. They are. Great. Seems fine. Supportive parents. Alright. So we can't really get anything else out right now. Let's just do this opulent valet so we have a play at least. And we will attack with our parents. Do a little damage. Supportive parents is great because we can tap 2 creatures to add mana. If we're not doing anything else with it, not only does that give us mana, it also lets us have tapped creatures so we can Enweb. Okay, Hedron Scaler. This is a flyer that they can renew. That seems cool. Let's do this. Tap these 2. Let's Zon. Actually, let's undo that. Let's tap these 2. Better. Let's Zon. Bouncing the valet. Get ourselves a red source, just so we can have it. And then we will... We can't play Sarn. Oh, we can Enweb Sarn. Ooh. Forgot about that. So let's auto pay. And let's bounce Zon so we can Rampart Growth again. So we'll still get the Sarn trigger. Good. Seems fun. Sarn is a spider, so Oris can make Sarn bigger. Not that I think they need to be necessarily. Looks like we've got some removal coming up. What is this? Okay, just another Surveil land. Getting rid of Sarn seems good. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack with our parents and offer the trade. Let's see if we can get them with this lively leap. Maybe not, but it forces them to use another spell. If not. And we can still play Zon and ramp a little bit. Alright, we got the removal spell. Seems good. We'll play Zon for retail. And get ourselves another forest. Alright, opponent plays a land. Attacks with their spider friend, or their villain rather. Not sure who this is. They've got their own Sarn. No, oh, they don't get the trigger for Sarn. Okay. Well, then we're going to Principled Referee. Putting, can we get something back? What can we get back? Oh, just the crime scene instructor. We don't want that. Putting counters on Zarn and the referee. We will attack and play a valet. They've got a Rala back. And they get to trigger Sarn because they have Goro Rel, Scourge to Spiders. Huh. Kind of cool. I like the Edge of Eternity stuff that's going on here. But what else I like is getting rid of Sarn so they can stop having card advantage. And we'll play Oris. Get ourselves a little bonus here. And attack with something quite large. They've got Spider Death Touch, and that's fine with me. And then they can make 2 robots. 2 robots? 2, oh, they're like drones, kind of. Got it. They're looking through their graveyard, seeing what they can get. Maybe they've got something to kill Oris. If so, that's fine. Prison Break to bring Goro Rel back. Seems good. Well, if that's the case, we're going to just attack with the referee. If they let it through, we can Enweb Darvel out and replay the referee and get some more counters. Sounds great. Referee. Put it on the ref themselves and on our valet. Might as well. What do you got, opponent? Got another Sinister Hideout and passing the turn, looks like. Yep. Okay. Well, I say we repeat the process. But we're going to attack with Darval because we don't really care that much about Darval. Midnight Hunter. Ooh. Okay, nice. This is Swarm or something? Yeah, seems reasonable. And then block there. Yeah, they can have their 2/2 flyer, and that's all. We'll lose 2, they'll lose 2. We're doing fine. Makes it a 3/3 flyer. Seems good. So they can block our valet. But they don't have a way to block Horus profitably, at least. So we'll go to combat. Make Horus big. Attack with Horus. They make their robots. They come in tapped. Do they take 5? I assume they do. Yep. And we pass. Alright. At this point, I would like to start drawing non-lands. 10 of our... Well, there we go. We're going to see if we can still make it work. Horus again. They either have a trick or they're going to block with a robot. Or both, I suppose. Alright. Mouse over their things a little bit just to make sure they know we have something that isn't just a land. Let's see. 19 cards left. 6 of them are lands. 7 of them are lands? What do we have, 11 here? 6 of them are lands. Okay, Horus becomes a 1/1 defender. That's unfortunate. But I don't think they have anything else. And they're on defense. So let's rouse the Swarm. Horus isn't a spider anymore, but we at least have a flying a blocker for their flyer. Or for really either of their creatures. They will take their Surveil. Thinking about it. And we pass. Okay. I'm going to play this Forest. I don't... they might have a counter spell. But if they do, they do. That's how it goes. No counter spells. Seems okay to me. When we attack, we put a counter on something. And when a modified creature deals damage, that is pretty nice for us. We get to do an impulse draw. So let's see if they block our valet and trade. Maybe. Yep, seems good. All right, we go to end step. They're going to surveil again. Keep it on top. They answer Gloria, seems good. But they can't attack with their little robot, because we have our spider. We have a Perilous Lunge. So maybe we use it. Seems like a sad use of it, but it's something. It gets rid of their one blocker. So we can do 6 damage to them. Assuming they don't have any other tricks, which maybe they do. Maybe they've got another flash blocker. Scorpion Sting, good. Get them down to 5 at least. And 1 card in hand. They surveil. Land to the graveyard. 2 cards in hand. I'm suspicious that one of them was a land, which I feel like that kind of cinches it. This may win it for us, assuming they don't have interaction. But if they do... Oh, there it is. Yep. Good game, Rolex. All right. Well, we're 2-2. And we have a little prize. And it is a rare. It is Whale of the Forgotten from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Nice. All right. Let's keep rolling. Going into game 5. We are against D13. What's up, D13? We can't Betty Ray on this. But we can Opulent Valet turn 3. Yeah, it's fine. We're going to give it a try. Let's just appear to be Gruul for now. Nice. All right, opponent. Here we go. Seems fine. We can do this. The Arachnologist might be the better thing for us to play, so we can get a white source. And just have a little ramp. Steelweb Surveyor. Put a basic on top of their library. Sounds good. Alright. We're going to do this. We're going to Rouse the Swarm, which will tap our Leyline Weaver, but also trigger it to untap it. We get a little bit of an Anthem effect, and we can now attack with our Leyline Weaver. We can do the Arachnologist next, I think. Because I do want to get access to white mana. Thinking about it. At least we're playing Edge of Eternity's lands. That's nice. Alright. Our Mana Dork is now a 1/1 defender. That's fine. And they've got a kitten. They can trigger Mayhem with it. So I imagine that's what they're going to go for. Yeah, we're not going to block that. Okay, we've got white mana anyway. With our 5 mana, do we kill the kitten? I don't think we do yet. I think we play this Arachnologist anyway. We can attack here, though. See if they're willing to block now. Oh, they are. They'll discard a card, which will not trigger Mayhem, unless it's an instant with Mayhem, I guess. Okay, get to draw. Oh, they've got something with Renew, essentially. That's fine. At least we got that cat off the battlefield. I was concerned about them using it on their turn so that they could Mayhem something out. Still not a bad situation for them, but I think a 3/3 flyer for 4 probably would have been nicer. but maybe that's just me. They've got Vexed Bots. This is a 1/1 flyer. When another villain comes in, once per turn that gets a counter. And they've got Phantasmal Vision, which is a 1/3 Flying Vigilance. And when it attacks, mill a card. Seems fine. So we've got 5 mana. What do we want to do with it? We can Supportive Parents to get a little more. Let's play the Supportive Parents. And I think let's kill the bots. Yeah, let's kill those bots. We're going to kill them with this spider. We're not going to attack. All right, no attacks on their part either. We've got a Lively Leap, though. That's pretty good. Let's get out Opulent Valet, I think. And we're going to attack with our spider. And Lively Leap it, if that will help us. Oh, no need. They're not blocking. Well, then we're not worried about it. Because we can Betty Ray. Ooh, countered. That's fine. We'll pass. Little do they know, we do have open mana. Because we can activate the Supportive Parents, tap the Parents and the Valet for mana, and we can do that after blocks. So we could block their Phantasmal Vision with our Opulent Valet, use Lively Leap to kill it. Can't do that now, though, unfortunately. That's fine. It's getting the removal spells out of their hand, and they're using it on things that, while I would sure like to keep our Supportive Parents, I mean, it's fine. They've used removal spells on 2 of our mana-producing creatures. I'm okay with that. Get a counter and flying on the Steelweb Surveyor. And they swing in, they mill a card. We're going to just take 4. It's okay with me. They discard Firebrain Scheme. Oh, that would be nice. All right. We have another Valet. I'm going to attack with everything. Good game to you as well. Maybe that means they have to go. Or maybe that means they've got us. Who knows? Kaldaya Brawlers. Discard a card, it gets Menace and +1/+0 as a sorcery. Okay. Shock to kill that, that's fine. They attack. Mill. 1 damage. We are going to just swing out and see if we can make a good trade with Lively Leap. Oh, they don't care. All right, good game, D13. All right, that'll do it for us. A little bit of a slow going through to get to our 3rd win. But that's how it goes sometimes. And even with the pick 2 draft, I think that's kind of how a lot of these through the Omenpaths 1 set drafts play. Spider-Man feels similar. Ooh, Rinza, the Spider Crowned. Cool art. Does make me feel like at the Avatar set, like the Fire Nation. Which, of course, like I mentioned before, is coming out very soon. I think next Midweek Magic is going to be that. So come to the pre-release if you can. Check your local game store to see what they're offering for it. It's supposed to be this weekend, so I've got the Wizards Locator link in the video's description. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe, and remember most of all that Magic is fun. You should play more Magic, maybe this weekend.